Have you ever wondered what happens when a musical genius drops a bombshell album, vanishes like a ghost in the fog, and then reappears just when you've given up hope? That's the enigma of D'Angelo, the neo-soul trailblazer whose voice could melt butter and whose life story reads like a roller coaster scripted by fate itself. But hold on to your headphones because we're diving deep into the life, legacy, and untimed exit of Michael Eugene Archer, better known as D'Angelo, the man who redefined R&B, sparked a movement, and left us all craving more. By the time we're done, you'll feel like you've jammed with him in the studio, laughed at the absurd twists of fame, and mourned a true icon. Stick around. This tale has more layers than his multi-track vocals. Born on February 11, 1974, in the heart of South Richmond, Virginia, D'Angelo grew up in a Pentecostal household where music wasn't just entertainment, it was salvation. His father was a preacher, and young Michael was spotting piano keys at age 3, pounding out tunes that had his family convinced he was a prodigy. Imagine a toddler channeling gospel vibes while the rest of us were still figuring out how to tie our shoes. By his teens, he was performing soul covers and originals with local bands, even dipping into hip-hop with a group called IDU, Intelligent, Deadly, but Unique. Sounds like a superhero squad, right? At 18, he ditched school, won amateur night at the Apollo Theater 3 times in a row with his band Precise, and hightailed it to New York City. Talk about betting on yourself. Most of us would have settled for a part-time gig at a coffee shop. His big break came in 1994 when he co-produced and co-wrote You Will Know for the R&B supergroup Black Men United on the Jason's Lyrics soundtrack. The track climbed the charts, peaking at number 5 on Hot R&B and Hip Hop singles and number 28 on the Billboard Hot 100. He followed it up with contributions to the Boys Choir of Harlem's album, but the real explosion was his debut solo album, Brown Sugar, dropped in 1995 on EMI Records. This wasn't just music, it was a revolution. Fusing classic soul with hip-hop beats and raw emotion, it sold over 1.5 million copies in the US, went platinum, and basically birthed the neo-soul genre. Hits like Lady, which hit the top 10 on the Hot 100 and went gold, Brown Sugar and Cruisin' had everyone swaying. Critics raved, fans obsessed, and D'Angelo snagged Grammy nods for Best R&B Album and Best Male R&B Vocal Performance. But here's the funny part. While the world was calling him the next Marvin Gaye, he was probably just thinking, hey, this beats flipping burgers. Touring for Brown Sugar was a grind, and writer's block hit hard afterwards. He kept busy with covers and features, like duetting with Erykah Badu on Your Precious Love for the High School High soundtrack in 1996, a Prince cover, She's Always in My Hair for Scream 2 in 1997, and Heaven Must Be Like This for Down in the Delta in 1998. His collab with Lauryn Hill on Nothing Even Matters from her iconic The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill album was pure magic, earning another Grammy nod. Influences poured in from everywhere. Prince's multi-instrumental wizardry, the Native Tongue's hip-hop crew like A Tribe to Quest, Gospel Roots, James Brown's funk, Sly Stone's grooves, Jimi Hendrix's fire, Al Green's silk, George Clinton's cosmic vibes, and even Fela Kuti's Afrobeat. He called this mashup his Yoda, like a musical Jedi master. The deaths of Tupac and Biggie shook him, adding depth to his sound. Then came Voodoo in 2000 on Virgin Records, a masterpiece that debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling 320,000 copies in week 1 and over 1.7 million by 2005. Tracks like Devil's Pie, Left and Right featuring Method Man and Redman, Send It On, Feel Like Making Love, and the legendary Untitled, How Does It Feel, co-written with Raphael Siddiqui as a Prince homage, were game changers. Untitled peaked at number 25 on the Hot 100 and number 2 on R&B charts, but the video? Oh boy. Directed by Paul Hunter, it showed a sweat-drenched, bare-chested D'Angelo crooning straight to the camera, wearing nothing but a crucifix. His manager Dominique Trenier pushed for that intimate, no-love interest vibe to boost sex appeal, but D'Angelo was skeptical at first. He sang it 17 times in one take in New York City, focusing on performance over nudity. Turns out, the real inspiration was spiritual, evoking grandma's cooking smells and the Holy Ghost, not just abs. But fans, Bass screened for stripteases on the Voodoo tour, turning him into a sex symbol overnight. Hilarious in hindsight, but it wrecked him. He later said it derailed his career, leading to addiction, writer's block, and a 10-plus-year vanishing act. Trenier regretted it, calling D'Angelo forever the naked dude in public memory.
Post-Voodoo, life got messy. Uncomfortable with Fane's objectification, he retreated after friend Fred Jordan's suicide fueled alcoholism. He scrapped a live album and a Soultronics project, lost Virgin's funding in 2004, split with his girlfriend, distanced from family, and parted ways with managers. A 2005 car crash, DUI, marijuana possession, and cocaine charges landed him in rehab at Antica's Crossroads Center. Mugshots showed him bloated and broken, Fame's cruel punchline. He switched to J Records, later RCA, but perfectionism stalled his next album. Leaks like Really Love in 2007 strained friendships, like with Questlove. He collabed sparingly, J. Dill is The Shining, Snoop Dogg's The Blue Carpet Treatment, Common's Finding Forever, Q-Tip's The Renaissance, and Roy Hargrove's I'll Stay. Personal life, never married but fathered 3 kids. A son with ex Angie Stone in 1998, her muse for Brown Sugar, she died in a 2025 car crash, a daughter in 1989, and another son in 2010. The comeback? Epic. After 14 years, Black Messiah dropped unexpectedly in December 2014, fueled by Ferguson and Eric Garner protests. Debuting at number 5 on the Billboard 200 with 117,000 first-week sales, it earned universal praise, 95 out of 100 Metacritic, and Grammys for Best R&B Album and Best R&B Song, Really Love, also nominated for Record of the Year. Singles Sugar Daddy and Really Love Shone, backed by the Vanguard Band on the Second Coming tour. In 2018, he voiced Unshaken for Red Dead Redemption 2's soundtrack, performing it at Tribeca Festival in 2021 with Daniel Lanois and Rhiannon Giddens. A 2021 Versus at the Apollo featured HER, Method Man, and Redman. In 2024, he teamed with Jay-Z on I Want You Forever for the Book of Clarence. Raphael Sadiq teased a new album in September 2024, but fate had other plans. D'Angelo's death on October 14, 2025 at 51 from pancreatic cancer shocked the world. Diagnosed privately, it spotlighted the disease's stealth. Over 60,000 new cases expected in the US in 2025, often fatal due to late detection. His family called him their shining star, heartbroken but grateful for his light. Tributes flooded in. Beyoncé hailed him as neo-soul's pioneer, who transformed R&B forever. Kelly Rowland was gutted, calling him one of one. Jamie Foxx wept, dubbing him God's special creation. Missy Elliott prayed for his son, noting the double loss after Angie Stone's death. Flea praised his unmatched funk over 30 years. Doja Cat called him a true voice of soul. Jennifer Hudson, rest well, King. Lauryn Hill regretted not having more time, seeing him as a divine beacon. Jill Scott, learning of his illness days prior, mourned a genius whose loss hurts. Monica sent condolences. Nile Rodgers recalled an early demo session. Michael Bairden, his debut's music director, said he created a genre by being himself. Tyler, the Creator, Maxwell, and more joined the chorus. On X, posts from Variety, World Star Hip Hop, and fans echoed grief, with Brown Sugar surging to number 1 on charts post-death. Awards piled up. Grammys for Voodoo, Best R&B Album, Best Male, R&B Vocal for Untitled, Black Messiah, and nods galore. Rolling Stone ranked to number 75 among greatest singers. GQ saw the next Marvin Gaye. His style, live instruments, vulnerability, and genre blending inspired everyone from Frank Ocean to The Weeknd. Controversies, mostly self-inflicted, like that video's unintended sex symbol trop, proving fame's a double-edged sword. Humor and tragedy, D'Angelo, the recluse who dropped albums like rare Pokemon cards, left us hunting for more. His 3 albums, perfect catalogs, experimental, sensual, political, redrawing R&B's map. In the end, D'Angelo wasn't just a singer. He was a vibe, a spirit that moved us. From Virginia church pews to global stages, his journey reminds us genius thrives in shadows too. Rest in power, King. Your music's eternal. And that's the inside scoop on one of Hollywood's most elusive stars. For more deep dives into music legends, celebrity tributes, and behind-the-scenes stories that hit the soul, subscribe to Inside Hollywood today. Don't miss a beat and join the family and keep the rhythm alive.